Hello, iJobDoer here. And if you look at these ingredients here, it's time to do a little snack thing. They probably vaguely remind you of some stuff I used not too long ago, but who knows. We got the butter. We got the puffed crisp rice. We got the marshmallows, the jumbo ones. And we got some other stuff here. Now, I have two different sources of this famous recipe. And one is crisped rice cereal treats, and the other one is a trade mark name brand that I'm sure will be happy for me to tell, but I think we know what we're working with here. And they both just take three simple ingredients. Oh, those trays. So this is interesting though. On one of them, it asks for a 1/4 cup of margarine or butter. Well, we got plenty of butter there. The other one says 3 tablespoons of butter. So that, I believe, is a little bit more than a 1/4 cup of butter. Then both of them say about 40 marshmallows, the big ones, right? Not those mini ones. So we got some marshmallows here. And last but not least, we need, it says 6 cups of the crisp cereal. So they both say that. Now, the thing here, the stickler, and where the math is going to start to come in is they want 40 of these, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, so we only got 40. Now, there's a deep, dark secret out there with the makers of these products. Maybe not so much butter, but the other two. That basically, if you buy a bag of these, and you make this recipe once, you don't have enough to make it again. But you have plenty of cereal to make it again, probably. So, instead of keep buying more cereal, more marshmallows, and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, this is going to show you a little bit of math to hopefully get you to start thinking about how if you don't have enough of something to make a recipe's full size, or if you want to cut back on a recipe, this might be how you do it. I mean, there's plenty of ways to double a recipe. You know, if you have half a cup and half a cup, some people know that that's 1 whole cup. Other people do, well, actually I'll show you real quick, because I got visual aids here. So, half a cup and half a cup is like, you know, 1 or half plus 1/2. 2. These two stay the same, right? 2, and up here, 1 plus 1, 2. 2 goes into 2 1 times. That's where you get your half cup equals 1, right? If you were to do no, forget that. There's more math you can do, but that's not what I'm getting to. Now, in this case though, we got a recipe that needed 40 marshmallows, butter, which I have enough of, and puff cereal, which I'm pretty sure I have enough of. But this here, we have not 40 of them. We have 14, right? So we got 1, 4. 14 marshmallows. And then, what we do here is we divide that, I think, by the 40 that they want us to have. Whoop. Okay, sloppy. And now that translates to, I believe, if my poor memory serves me right, is you got 40. Writing's harder than I thought it'd be. 40 divided by 1, 4. You got that, chicken scratch? And it goes about something like this. Let me find the magic marker that works the best, and not the permanent marker. So we got the 40 divided by 1/4 there, and the one number is the divisor. The 40 is the divisor, and the 14 is the dividend. Right? So how this works is you do 40 into 1, goes how many times? That's a 0. 0 times 40 is 0, and you take it away, so you bring down the 1. Then you bring down your 4. Now 40 goes into 14, 0. You know, times that, and which is 0. And you bring that down, because you take it away. So that's 1, 4. And then back here is a secret 0. Point 0, right? So you do a point there. So we're down here. And we bring this 0 down. Now 40 goes into 140. Let's say 3. Because I know 3 times the 4 up here is 12, so that's going to be 120. So I do a 3 up here. Down here 120. Now you take that away. 0 and 0, 0. 2 from 4, 2. And 1 and 1, 0. Then you bring down another 0 up here. You bring that 0 down. 0. Now you got 200 down here at the bottom, sloppily written down. Now guess how many times 40 goes on 200? That's right. If you're keen on this, and if you already practiced a few hundred times, you know that 5 times 4 is 20. So I'll do a 5 up here. 5. 5 times 40, 200. Okay? And so that is 0. So my answer of 40 divided into 14 is 0.35. Now, if you times that by a percent, somehow, I haven't quite figured this part out, but basically, with my own knowledge, I believe this here means 0.35 equals 35 percent. Okay? Not a 6. 35% is what I'm getting at. So we have 35% of the marshmallows needed to complete this recipe. I believe it says you take this 0.35 times by 100, and that moves this thing over twice and gives you a percentage. So 35%, right? The other thing you can do is, if you don't want to do all that, and everybody has a cell phone nowadays, and everybody has a calculator on their cell phone, right? So mine's like this. It's all shiny. And so you do your 14 divided by 40 equals 0.35 times 100 equals 35, and just say percent. I think you could have said percent too. I don't know. Yeah, I'm flubbing through this, but basically that's what we got, 35%. So that's the magic number. And basically there's things like if you had like 6 cups there. Okay, now you can do this all with written down stuff like we just did. You can burn up your little markers and whatever. But I'm going to do it this other way, to where you do your 6 cups times 0.35. Now you have 2.1 cup. So you might wonder, what is 2.1 cup? Well, you know what 2 cups is. And 0.1, yeah. So just over 1 cup, or just over 2 cups basically for 0.1. I have to figure out this math thing a little bit better here. But the butter there, 3 tablespoons, is what one recipe said. That's going to make it probably more buttery. So 3 times your 0.35 equals now just a little bit over 1 tablespoon of butter. All right, you can fudge these a little bit, a little bit type of thing, and that's what I will do. So I'm gonna write this down on my little board here. we've got B for butter equals 1.03. Nope, 0.5. 0.5. Big T for tablespoon. And then rice puff. Right, we have a PR there. We had we have 2.1 cups. Okay, and yeah, I'll try to figure out that 0.1 cup. Now I will get the hardware out. Okay, so we're back to this here. So about that cup down there for the puffed rice, you have this one here. This is like a 1/10, or once again, 10, times 100. It's going to equal 10%. So if you do 10% of 1 cup, you kind of have to break it down and do some knowledge or phone a friend, but 1 cup is equal to 16 tablespoons. See, big T for tablespoons? And so 10% of that is 1.6 tablespoons. Alright? So that is how we're going to figure that out for the puffed rice. So I'm going to do this here is going to about equal to 2 cups and 1.6 tablespoon. And I'm just going to guess that, Mart. I mean, you can go to teaspoons probably, but I'm trying to do the math right now. Hurt my head. So, just to recap, easy way to do this, you take how much you have, divide that by how much you need for that recipe, and that's going to give you probably a decimal something, and that's going to give you the percentage of what you need. In our case, 35%. So, we got how much butter we need here, just a schminch over a tablespoon, and we got how much cups rice here. There's one more measurement here, is that I believe these recipes, and this is going to be slightly tougher maybe, direction blah blah, do this, do that, 13 by 9. So 13 by 9 here, 3 by 9 pan, but we don't need that big. So instead, I'm just going to bring this 9 down here and try to do some more math. Let's see. 7 and 9, 10, 11. So that says 117 is the area. And then we're going to times this by 35%, also known as 117 times 0.35. That's going to be about equal to 7 times carry the 1. Whoops. Okay, 40.95. So we're at 41. But 40.95. And I'm just going to do a bunch of numbers to figure out this, because what I'm looking for is actually the area of what kind of a vessel I need for this. Okay, quit this math. Okay, this is what we got here. This right here vessel, instead of the 13 by 9, this is a 6 by 6. And the 6 by 6 here is, it comes to roughly, if you times the 6 by 6, I'm going to show you my sloppy handwriting. If you times that 6 by 6 there, you get equal to 42.25, and that's pretty close to 40.95. In fact, that is you do the division there, you'll get 90.969, or about 97% of it. So it's, like I said, almost that. Now, and that's fine. This here's a little bit more. It's going to allow for maybe a little more ingredients. But the other thing to factor in is that this 13 by 9, they also mentioned 2-inch lip on it, 2-inch height. And the vessel I got is also a 2-inch height. So that's going to cancel out that measurement if you don't need it. Otherwise, you can do cubic area. Yeah, I guess it's the thing. Cubic area, but math. Okay, so we're done with that. And over here, come with me, we got this right here. Yum! That's dinner though. We got here this pot of butter, as I call it. Right? That is our just over a tablespoon. And now it's already ready to toss in our marshmallows and get them melting over a low heat. Okay? We're not stir frying these marshmallows, we're just going to cook them down. And I'm using, I thought about a wooden spoon, I'm using this here, a little silicone spatula thing. I'm going to use to, stir them like that. But, well, that's just sitting there melting away. I'm going to measure off my 2 cups and actually a tablespoon and let's see, a 1/6, that's about, what, 2/3 of a tablespoon. So, I'm going to measure up that part of the recipe, the puff cereal, the crisp cereal. I'm sure you can kind of guesstimate, but now I'm actually going to be using, right, tablespoon, and I'll do about 2/3 of that. That's good enough. And then I'll go with the 2 cups, but since I don't have a cup clean right now, I'm just going to use a half cup thing and do it a few times. Like, if you need 2 cups and you only have a half a cup measuring thing, how many is that? Well, half a cup goes into a cup 2 times. Times that by 2 should be 4. So I need 4 half cups to make 2 cups. Okay. I'll prepare those and slowly melt off my marshmallow. Now, even doing this math and recipe reduction, there's still going to be, looks like, some puffed cereal left over, something in the way of like this here. So, I can judge this by looking at it, that this recipe could probably could repeat it full. But in this case here, no problem. I'll eat that for breakfast or do something with it. And, right, I'm going to get this here. I'm going to get this going a little bit more. And we'll get back when it's a sludge. Okay, now some say to stir this constantly, which you should. Keep this thing moving here. Make sure it doesn't scald on the bottom. It's almost like a little stir-fry marshmallow. But the key component here is it's still low heat, relatively low. Now, on the other hand, what I'm doing is I got this thing here, and I got some butter, right? Stick of butter, rub it in there. Even though this thing's probably not too sticky, it's a crock type of thing, it can kind of stick. So you get that like that, you get some butter right there. and it'll make it all happy. Let's see. So, yeah, Butterfingers. Not the copyright thing, just butter my fingers. So we got this here. Cooking it down. I keep scraping the bottom here. Because I already see I'm getting a little bit of color in it because I'm talking instead of cooking. And you want to make sure you get the big chunks out of here. For sure. Which I think I'm almost at, actually. And they said to use a buttered spatula, which I got here some silicone, which is not totally indesticable, but it's pretty good. Indesticable. And there, we got some nice action like that. I can scrape the bottom of this. And now I'm going to keep the heat on a little bit. I'm going to put my cups of Crispies in. Cup 0.1. Now, there goes that 1/10 of a tablespoon out. Set back there. And just going to fold this in gingerly. Trying to crush all the Crispies. I can't see with my arms in the way, but there we go. So there's a little bit that actually I needed. And then here comes the rest of that. Oh no, there's some chocolate chunks in there. That's fine. That's what that little bit extra was for. Turn this off. Hope the residual heat keeps it still pliable for at least a little bit longer. I need to work on my folding technique, maybe. If it does get too hard and sticky here, you can always take it off so you don't have to have the camera in front of you and really get those other corners. And you can always turn the heat just back on a little bit more. Okay. That chocolate's going to help too in there at this point. You can use chocolate chips. You can use nothing if you don't want to. You can do. You can be a purist on this stuff here, and don't add any add-ins. You can add heartier stuff like maybe sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Make it a nice energy bar thing. Like I said, now I'm getting a little bit hard to scrape it. But you can see I got a good mixture there, right? Sticking to the pan a little bit, but not so much of this. If you have one of those, ceramic type of pans, pots, you could certainly use that. I'm going to let it sit here and burn a little bit while I grab something else. Let's see what we got here. We got some of this stuff. Get in there. You know, Halloween's been over. These things here are just lingering around. There. Now we got a mixture. Fold it a few times here without it getting it burnt. Get off the bottom. And I think why I don't use wood on this is, I already mentioned it because I think it splinters. Depending on what kind of a wooden tool you have. Okay. Now I see some of those little candies I just did. Just want to sit on the side of the pot and not really get integrated. So I'll make sure I scoop them up. Whoa, don't fall out. This on your burner would be horrible. Alright. I think I've used this enough. And we will set back over yonder here with our buttered vessel. What'd you say? It's burning? Right. Now we'll look at dinner. And back here we are. And turn the heat off, grab this thing here, and I'm going to actually just kind of take on dividing it, and I'll just plop it out. Get those candies in there. Just what I call extra flavored parts, charred, burnt. As you see here, especially if I can get this all out and smashed down good, that that vessel size is pretty much on point. Now, I didn't have too much problem with that math, except for there was more math there. But yeah, so this vessel size here, there's people that know math are like, hey, if you do this, that, carry the whatever over, you can do the right calculations to figure out the exact size of what you needed. Where I did the guesstimate size, also known as go through the cupboard and find something that looks like it's about a third of the original size and go from there. Okay, get it punched down in there. Yeah, don't get this mess on your skin though, because I think it'll burn the bejeebus out of you. Of course, maybe not by now, maybe it's already cool enough. Okay, so we got it like that. That's great. And I believe the... who could it be? I'll be back. Alright, so, you know, people, things. Anyways, you got this here, and they say before it cools down too much, you wanna cut it, you know, into your squares, which, I don't know. Maybe I'll make 9 squares out of this thing. So this here might be like a wasted step. Alright. Unless I want to eat one right now. Ooh, the temptation. It's like at that stage where it's not hardened up that much, but it's not gonna burn my mouth off. Alright. There. That's what we got. This is not sticking good. Put that in there. Alright. So, there you have it. This crispy cereal thing. Some math. Let's take one more look at this math here. Look at that math. See? Numbers and stuff, right? And a nice treat. And the important part is, I got rid of all those marshmallows hanging around. So, and now the cereal is free to go. Eat it, whatever. Questions or comments, you can put them down below. If you do happen to know math and think I messed up on stuff or know a better way to do it, that's fine. I don't know, questions, answers. I'll cover this up with tinfoil. After it cools, maybe saran wrap. I'll do saran wrap on this. Cover it up, leave it on the counter, and it'll be gone in probably a few days. Alright, so it's been a while, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. iJabDoer, out. Now, one more thing. So this is all filmed on a new camera I got, and let's just hope it even makes it to the internet. Okay.